Alright YouTube, we are back, same play session as last time, so you'll be seeing this probably 4 days? Well no, I can't say when you'll see this one, because if we do record Core Keeper or Weird West it'll probably be in between, so it might be a few days till you see this. But same recording session, randoming on Tainted Side, let's go. Oh dear. Well, at least there's a lot to choose from. So, if I remember rightly, Tainted Jacob has been changed so that Tainted Esau can't die now. That's good, apparently. But on the plus side, if we die, I can just random again and not get this character, in theory. And it's still the same play session, so it counts. Might talk a little bit less just to try and save my voice. I need to parse myself. I really want this like allergy season to F off. We're still early enough in the video that I can't say fuck. So I can actually like sound as enthusiastic as I feel. Because it's really frustrating when I can't. Especially since we're playing the Batman games again, which I love. And I like getting enthusiastic and talking about them, and if I can barely say anything by the end of the stream, it's very annoying. No faith, you're very wise. Ow. Yeah, so he doesn't even have, like, no damage indicator, yeah. Presumably everything else with him still works exactly the same, however. Which is to say, if he touches me, I become the Lost. You just voted 75,000 on yes? Are you insane? Are you okay? Have you seen this post-it note? You know, honestly, you losing 75,000 channel points is what you deserve for illegally watching a movie. There, I said it. Is this a double floor? No. Allegedly. Just go for Mom. Mom doesn't have a post-it note. Also, I've killed Mom. The furthest I've gotten is this character. It's apparently it lives, or Mom's heart. It's also a very hard character to play while looking at a chat. Which is another reason it's not a good character. Oh, that wasn't you? That was Donkey Kong? Oh, crap. Oh, Lily bet again. So again, I'm just gonna have to play the best game of Isaac I've ever played. Just you wait. This will be a great item. It's not a great item. It's terrible. Yep, that's how I thought that would go. All I needed was one little all stats up to maybe give me a chance. I don't think we're going to be winning. I guess, to be fair, I should technically respawn as Jacob. Got 3 things in the room to dodge. I want that. At least it doesn't trigger the bomb fly, because I kind of thought that's what happened the other time, but I guess not. Oh yeah, I never even went down the topic of conversation that like the YouTube algorithm is leading me, because that's a new thing we do now on Tuesdays, because oh yeah, it doesn't appear at first. I was like, hang on, where's Esau? Because I just have been letting the YouTube algorithm like suggest stuff, and I was onto those colorblind videos last week. So as an offshoot of those, they're now showing like the best reactions to being told someone's pregnant, or like random acts of kindness videos. And I watched a few of each of them, and they're nice. They're feel good things, but well, I guess I should say first of all, an act of kindness, even if it's not done because it's an act of kindness, is still a good thing. But if you go to give a homeless person money and you've got one hand holding the money and the other hand filming yourself on your very expensive smartphone, you're not doing it because you're a nice person. Sorry. And there was way too much of that in those videos. You're doing it so you can earn... Well, actually, I was going to say you're doing it so you can earn a crap ton more in ad rev. But not really, because all the videos it was suggesting to me, none of them owned any of the clips they were using. It was all just stolen clips. And one channel in particular that I kept on getting suggested had one of the most irritating sounding narrators I've ever heard. Which is unfortunately probably just the guy's voice, but my god, I hated listening to him talk. Yeah, it's a look at me and doing a good thing, aren't I so brilliant? Which is not... It's still a good thing, but you're not doing it for the right reasons. But doing a good thing for the wrong reasons is also okay. It's better than doing nothing, it's better than being complicit. Complacent, not complicit. Complicit is what you are when you're in a crime. But you didn't do the crime. Allegedly. Oh yeah, but the pregnancy videos, I didn't find any of them emotional, but I did find a lot of them funny. And that's because almost without exception, every single time it was a child being told that they were going to have a sibling, they would always get very, very upset. And I just found that so funny. Because children are selfish little assholes. And that's funny to me. Can I use that in here? Shit. Just after I took it, I was like, hang on a second, a memory is telling me that the credit card works in deals. And there was one where a very, very upset young lady who can't have been more than like 5 put her hands on her hips and said to her mother, I explicitly told you many times I do not want a sister. And I was laughing at that for a good 10 minutes. Yeah, there was some where they were super excited, but it was definitely the fewer. Like, where's a kid that young learning a word like that? They were very well spoken. I got the first time I was ever bullied in my life was because I sounded too posh. So it can happen. I don't know what my reaction was when I found out. Well, obviously because I would be too young to remember. There's only 2 years of difference between me and my sister. My phone was next to me, I'd text my mother and ask. Actually, I'm really curious now. I'm gonna text. Because that'll give us closure on an anecdote. Give me a second. Let's charge stuff. How should I word this though? Let's see. Topic of siblings came up. Well, that's not how you spell siblings. Damn, autocorrect. It turned it into so libs. Topic of siblings came up. Do you remember my reaction to you telling me you're pregnant with insert sister name here? Okay. We'll probably get an answer pretty quick. I bet I was a little asshole and cried. I'm calling it now. I'll blame chat, yeah, I'll say it's chat's fault, even back then. I don't know if a 2-year-old would have... Oh god. No! Oh! That was very, very close. I should have held him with Anima Sola. Yeah, sorry, as I was saying, I don't think a 2-year-old would have much concept, honestly, but... I guess technically you could count 3 depending on the... Oh god, Jesus. You might actually just die to being hit too much, which would be embarrassing. Oh good, it's the item that Ed invented. Yes, we have plenty of monies. This might pay off in the long run if I take this.
2 of clubs.
I'm actually surprised I haven't had an answer yet. Oh, I was wondering why it kept hitting me. It's bloody psychic shots. There's just too many things. There goes the bone heart. Oh. You have a few iframes when you go through the door. There's too many things to keep track of with this character. I hate it. It is not conducive to being able to ramble. Oh, I wouldn't want to make that one person mad by complaining about all the shit items in this game. You made a commenter mad, Jet. Not a commenter, sorry, even worse, a redditor. Which I wouldn't have known unless Max had mentioned it. But someone took great offense to you being an echo chamber for me by pointing out all the bad things in the game as I play it. And then took to Reddit and hoping to find solidarity and instead found nobody giving a shit. But they specifically didn't like the chat. Oh, there we go, I got a reply. You were only 2, so not much of a reaction, but you came to see her. You came to see her in hospital. She'd brought you a Thomas the Tank Engine shape sorter. Alright, so they pretended that she gave me a present to bait me, I see. And I was excited about the Thomas the Tank Engine toy. That's how you do it. You trick the child by giving them a thing and saying it's from the baby. I'll admit that the reason that missed me was not because of anything I did, because I was looking at chat and forgot I have to be dodging a threat. I want that. I like Thomas the Tank Engine as a kid. I like Thomas the Tank Engine as a young adult. Ringo Starr has a very pleasant voice. Shame about the drum skill, so sorry that was unnecessarily cruel to Ringo Starr. Oh, speaking of good voices, actually another video that got suggested to me by the algorithm was a household in India of tribes people, or maybe it's a commune, I'm not entirely sure of the specifics, but being exposed to things from the West for the first time and it having it explained to them by someone who speaks their language, not English, because none of them speak English. And they were given an episode of Bob Ross to watch. And they all liked it, and then they did a follow-up video where they gave them the same tutorial with the paints that Bob Ross used to see if they could replicate his style, because that's the whole point of like his style. And they all did it really, really well. Like they all made very amazing looking landscapes, just using his techniques. It was just very wholesome. And again, and they didn't even listen to his instruction, they were listening to like the rough translation of the instructions because they couldn't speak English. Hang on, I received another text apparently. No, that was Chris B tweeting at me. No, you shouldn't post that video of you telling your son that you're expecting another kid, because what will happen is that people who make these type of compilations on YouTube that I'm talking about will steal that video, use it in their compilations and never credit you. And they will make a lot of money. Like the videos it was suggesting to me had millions of views. sure they just go looking for video clips to steal on Twitter and YouTube from like unmonetized channels or folk who uploaded so their family could see. That worked out pretty well. That actually sounds like a very interesting video to watch. If you're in the Discord, can you like DM me or just send me a DM on Twitter with the link to that Thomas the Tank Engine documentary? I'm genuinely interested in watching it. Thank you. Oh, where did that? Oh, the bomb spawned. I see. I wouldn't have to do so many risky dodges and walking towards enemies if I didn't have. I should never have picked up the bomb fly. Because now I'm constantly having to be aware of two things. Only one while not fighting, but still. At least it does a lot of damage to the boss. I missed the item room. It was right at the start. When you were 5, you were convinced Ringo Starr was dead. Isn't he still alive? I want to see if I can remember the names of all the Beatles. Not their actual names, but their band names. Ringo Starr, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, and Pete Best. That's the 4, right? I found you a sack of mystery. Here, let me show it to you. Give me HP. I like Bucky O'Hare, I remember that. HP? Hey, okay, that's not too bad. We're hanging on by a thread. Trying to think what else the YouTube algorithm was suggesting. Baby pregnancy videos, not baby sort, you know what I mean. The acts of charity or gifts of kindness, whatever it was called, which again were mostly just people looking for clout desperately. I'm curious where the algorithm is going to take me next, honestly. I mean, I'm just kind of letting it ride. I did see it was starting to suggest a lot of like surprise puppy videos, which I haven't watched yet, but I'm sure it'll take me in that direction. Don't write the lyrics to the Bucky O'Hare theme song, I can hear it in my head. And everyone who's younger than, oh God, probably 25 is going to have no idea what the hell we're talking about. Oh, I see. Well, God bless R34 for keeping the memories of Bucky O'Hare alive. party. We can use this. Oh. Well, at least it relocked. Son of a... Ah yes, the good pill, something's wrong. Of course. Hang on a second, how does this Satenton know that Bucky O'Hare has R34 entries? This is a thoroughly unpleasant room to have a evil twin following me around. Sister V. Oh, the thread continues to hang on. I missed the item room. Oh, that's fine. The items haven't been great. Maybe we'll get a planetarium. I remember Ulysses 31, but I don't remember enjoying it. I think that used to be back to back with Jason the Wild Warriors. Either that or they were just very similar looking. I think both of them had like a middle-aged man with a beard. Oh, speaking of good intro music, Thundercats. Ah, yes, well, I guess Drowsy is a good pill, but I want stats. We don't want to make that one Redditor mad who's definitely still watching, probably out of Schadenfreude, hoping that they'll see losses. Tragic losses. As they dip their hand back into the Dorito bag, scoffing to themselves. Alone. I imagine. I remember the Centurions, yep. I always wanted Centurion toys, but I could never afford them. Well, I say I mean, obviously I couldn't, but I could maybe afford like one Transformers toy every few months, and not any of the big ones. Street Sharks I remember, but I do not remember ever liking. Biker Mice from Mars, that's another one. Again, I don't remember liking it, I just remember it being a thing that exists, and they have a cameo in one of the Bat Metal videos, so that kind of reminded me. See, Mummies Alive, that's another one, I vaguely remember it. That and, like, Gargoyles. Never liked them. I think that's why I don't like Moon Knight. I think I don't give a shit about that Egyptian mythology. I like Greek mythology. Norse, that's interesting. There we go, finally. Yeah, it's not that I don't like Moon Knight, I'm just kind of finding it a bit dull. I skipped through a lot of the last episode. We got stats. Sharky and George, Crime Busters of the Sea. You're unearthing deep, dark memories. I'm remembering this is a thing that exists. Is that a Nickelodeon show? Or no, that sounds more like a Cartoon Network type thing. Hello, kitty. I like that all the young people in the chat are just like watching all the old folk reminisce. Really should not have opened that. Real Monsters is a little newer, but yeah, well, relatively. Aha, a good room for me. Am I misremembering that Tim Curry did a voice in Real Monsters, or was it just that the teacher slash president sounded like him? Oh no, he did a voice in Wild Thornberries. Did he do a voice in both? He might have done a voice for both if he was working for them. I don't know where the boss is and I'm lost. He was! Okay, so he did do a voice in both then. I thought so, I had memories of that. Of course I know he's Nigel Thornberry. Even though I didn't watch that show at all. I just like Tim Curry. That's another thing the YouTube algorithm has been suggesting to me, because I listened to a couple of songs from Little Shop of Horrors. It started suggesting Rocky Horror. Hello, Blood Monk. We're just reminiscing about old cartoons because we're very old. And also I'm lost.
Did you see that, Zach?
I can't find the boss. Oh, and thank you for using your Twitch Prime again. You're very welcome. I am hanging on by a thread, much like this run. Where is... this way? Okay, we found the boss. Good pill. Good pill, I guess, yeah. Yes, step in the piss. Ow, my face. Oh, and we're dead. We weren't anywhere near getting an unlock, and that was half an hour. Do I want to try again for the people who bet on belief? Let's see what's in the first item room. And then I'll judge it on that. If I can find the thing. Or I could just like die in this first room, that's probably fine too. Hang on, we're not done yet. See what item is. Of course, it's not just immediately there. It's not even immediately here. You know what I should have been doing? Deliberately becoming the lost once the floor was clear to grab stuff. Assuming that's still even possible. Just give me the friggin' item. Oh, and this is the patched version of him, which instead of making him more palatable, actually made him worse. And the infuriating thing is, the way they changed him was to make him better, and they just didn't seem to understand the problems with the character. Sorry, Reddit. Just have a few more Cheetos and you'll be fine. Take a swig of that Mountain Dew, I know you got it. I went literally the wrongest ways possible. Wrong, 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 brimming over with wrong ability. It was the style of the time. How's Sora? She's doing okay. She's starting to shed for summer coat, I think. She's due her vaccination on Thursday or Friday, I've forgotten now. So I've been getting her back in the dog harness every so often just to get her used to it again, trying to give her treats with it on. Nothing working, but you know. It'll be a pain in the arse, but then it'll be done for another half a year. I do remember Reboot, yep. Honestly, that would just make this even more confusing. And yet for some reason I'm still playing. Oh yeah, I haven't killed the boss. I will do the boss. I wouldn't mind getting that cash in there though, actually. Hang on. Oh, if you teleport he doesn't keep attacking. This is uncomfortable. That's interesting. Actually, did that just break him? No, he is attacking. I don't know what was up with that other room. Hello, Stephen. Jacob looks how I feel. I remember Reboot. I remember it having a very depressing ending and then a follow-up series that did so badly it never had closure. Such was the style of the time for long-running cartoons. Well, sort of cartoons. What was the dungeon soul with timers and gold? Nightmare, I think is what you're thinking of, the like live action one. That was great. Very innovative for its time as well. YouTube 2 is it got a very nice boost from Birdsong doing well when it released. Slowed down again now, but in general it is going up. That's basically where I'm putting all my eggs currently because Twitch ain't growing. I was talking about this last week, but I consider YouTube 2 my day job and streaming my night job currently. I've actually been using like the membership option on YouTube 2 and it's attracted a little bit of attention. But I'm posting the stuff that's membership only to Patreon as well. So I'm posting like photos of scenery and stuff. Trying to make use of them a little bit more, but also make them like justifying the price. Although you can actually set YouTube memberships super low. I set it as low as it could go and I think it was like £2.17 or something. Assuming the 3rd edition of Batman takes off, there's a possibility that would eventually do well for the channel. Night Models needs to finally like really put their weight into a starter edition. And they've got one probably opening up for pre-orders on Friday, releasing next month. Themed around the Batman, and the Batman did well, so there's a chance. Because they really didn't push 3rd edition enough. As in, like, the first release of it. Yeah, I always do this. I always end up accidentally just relying on my tears when Jacob, or sorry, Esau does a lot of damage. But there's just so much to concentrate on. Is that 2 floors where, yeah, where I couldn't see my health? I remember... Wait, the Legends of the Hidden Temple was the American version. What was the British version called? It was a rip-off of the same show. Essentially. Oh no, you know what? There was one called something Funhouse or someone's Funhouse. I think was it presented by Pete Sharp? Is that the guy's name? He had a massive blonde mullet. That was a good show. It was on ITV. Takeshi's Castle is a different thing. Takeshi's Castle is Japanese people injuring themselves for the world's amusement. And the British version of it was using clips from it presented by Craig Charles, who was very racist. Well, by today's standards in his commentary. What job did I make in Final Fantasy XIV? I have to remember, like, what one I considered my main when I first started playing it. I'm struggling to remember that far back. I ended up playing a lot of Ninja. That was my main thing, I think. Oh, I really can't remember what I did in the first instance of it. Oh, I do remember. I did Monk. That was it. I did Monk.
Friends till the end.
Ooh, Birthright is this character does something good. I don't remember what, but it's something good. Give me money. I think it might get rid of Esau. Oh, oh no, there's two of them. What? Do they still kill me? Didn't this used to get rid of Esau? How is this better? It used to get rid of him. It definitely used to get rid of him, right? Once I kill the boss, I'm gonna let them hit me to see what happens. Okay, note to self, find a mod that changes Esau back to what's supposed to happen when you pick up Birthright. Oh wait, I can double fire them? Okay, well there is that. Oh. Like, I'm not imagining it, right? It did used to get rid of him, and then it becomes a normal good run. So that they were like, we can't be having that. Because I swear I've seen that happen or had it myself. The run where I got to the heart probably had that happen. I don't remember getting two Esau's. They always can recharge at the same time and one will not charge. That's not useful at all though. I'm gonna let them turn me into the Lost in here. Can I just steal that? Oh, okay. Let's make an annoying character more annoying. That'll be helpful. Birthright is supposed to be a good item, right? It's not supposed to be a you lose item. Because it does really good stuff as other characters. Like it lets Tainted Isaac hold 2 more items. I forget the other combinations we've seen, but we've seen a couple. Oh, they might do more contact damage. I'd still prefer if they just didn't exist. Well, I'll try and remember and look for a mod that makes Tainted Jacob playable. No promises though, I might forget. Someone wrote a comment suggesting some mods, but it was something like the first item room in a run always has 4 items. I'm not looking for easy wins, which I'm aware might be how it comes across if you're not paying full attention. I'm looking for fun times. Which doesn't necessarily mean easy win, it just means runs where it's not egregious to play. I.e. no stat increases, or never being able to stop and take anything in because you're being chased by now 2 pricks that insta-kill you. That kind of stuff. Or, you know, picking up a crap ton of items that do literally nothing for the character you're playing as, because they couldn't be bothered curating the item pool. For the one character they did curate the item pool for, it made the character harder. It got better in the sense that I can fire it twice. Missed item room. And all that said, this run is still better than the last one, amazingly. Conjoined is helping a lot. For DPS anyway. Yeah, that kind of thing would be helpful. Unnecessary now, because I probably won't ever play as the normal keeper again, but...
Shot speed up.
Tainted Keeper's fun. Tainted Lilith is very fun, although she is overpowered. Unless she's been nerfed as well in some way. Sometimes you do just want to play as an overpowered character. That's what Azazel was for in the base game. Well, base Afterbirth. And then in the Flash version of Isaac there was that one challenge where you were basically a god just because of the items they made you start with. That's there just so you can kick the game's ass now and then. Yeah, can't deny they do a lot of damage, but they turned me into a lost if either of them hit me. Just making all this red HP we pick up irrelevant if they hit me. Dank depths. Anyway, what were we talking about before we went down this Jacob and Esau rabbit hole? It's going to be very hard for me to keep up with any topic of conversation, even more so now. Oh yeah, we're talking about YouTube too, but I know that's kind of a go-to at this point. I'm not sure what the next new stuff on that channel is going to be. Oh yeah, I do want to get around to doing a Dark Souls board game playthrough. I doubt that will do well either, but that is on the horizon. I need to get back to painting minis for it. Thanks, I felt like my stats were getting a bit too good. Probably best I have less than starting damage now, it's the only way to make it a fair and balanced run. The Fallout finale is not yet filmed. It will probably be filmed once I clear the current table I have set up. But it's a Batman table setup using that new massive building I've got, which I'm very happy with, so I'm probably going to record 2 on that. But I am prepping for the next season. I have an idea in mind for the general theme, which is going to require some miniatures painted up. Save me, super bandage. Yes, the Borkman.
Something's wrong.
Japanese game shows in Final Fantasy XIV. I was looking at chat. Well, that's not chat's fault, that's my fault. I was looking at chat.